Join me as I take on the challenge of beating imposter syndrome and unleashing my inner genius. Let's see if I can actually do it. Imposter syndrome is a phenomenon that's more common than you think. It's that nagging feeling that you're not good enough, that you're just faking it, and that sooner or later, everyone's going to find out. It's like walking around with a constant sense of dread, wondering when the other shoe will drop. And the worst part is, it can affect anyone, regardless of their background, education, or expertise. It's like a silent epidemic that's sweeping through professional and creative fields, holding people back from reaching their full potential. I know exactly how it feels to be plagued by self-doubt and inadequacy. You start questioning your abilities, wondering how you manage to fool everyone into thinking you're capable. You begin to compare yourself to others, magnifying their strengths and accomplishments while minimizing your own. And before you know it, you're stuck in a rut, paralyzed by fear and uncertainty. It's a vicious cycle that's hard to break free from, but it's not impossible. I've been there, done that, and got the t-shirt. I've let imposter syndrome hold me back from taking risks, from pursuing opportunities, and from speaking my truth. But I've also learned that it's possible to overcome it. You can learn to recognize the patterns of negative self-talk, to reframe your thoughts, and to focus on your strengths. You can start celebrating your achievements, no matter how small they may seem. And you can surround yourself with people who believe in you, who will push you to be your best self. There are moments when imposter syndrome can be overwhelming, when it feels like it's going to consume you whole. But in those moments, you have a choice. You can either give in to the fear and let it define you, or you can face it head-on and push back. You can remind yourself of your strengths, of your accomplishments, and of your worth. And you can ask for help, because you don't have to do it alone. I remember a time when I was preparing for a big presentation, and my imposter syndrome was on full blast. I was convinced that I wasn't good enough, that I was going to fail, and that everyone was going to laugh at me. But then I took a step back, took a deep breath, and focused on my preparation, my skills, and my passion. I reminded myself that I was worthy of being there, that I had a valuable contribution to make. And when I stepped onto that stage, something shifted. I felt a sense of confidence, of authority, and of purpose. Here's the thing, you don't have to be a genius to experience imposter syndrome. You don't have to be a rocket scientist or a Nobel laureate. You just have to be human. And the moment you realize that you're not alone, that everyone struggles with self-doubt and fear, is the moment you can start to break free. You can start to recognize your worth, your value, and your genius. The key insight that can empower you to overcome imposter syndrome is this: you are enough. Just as you are, with all your strengths and weaknesses, you are enough. You don't need to be more, you don't need to be different. You just need to be you, fully, authentically, and unapologetically. And when you can embrace that truth, you'll unlock a sense of freedom, of confidence, and of creativity that you never thought possible. So, let's recap. Imposter syndrome is real, it's common, and it's debilitating. But it's not impossible to overcome. You can learn to recognize your patterns of self-doubt, to reframe your thoughts, and to focus on your strengths. You can start celebrating your achievements, seeking support, and pushing back against fear and uncertainty. And you can recognize your worth, your value, and your genius. If you've ever struggled with imposter syndrome, I want to hear from you. Share your story, your struggles, and your triumphs in the comments below. And if you're ready to take the next step in your personal growth journey, be sure to check out my next video, where we'll dive deeper into unlocking your full potential. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.